go and use shame shop shit though. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Racheal B Akinnola, and on this channel I film about relationship, lifestyle, marriages, faith, love, talk, and every other thing in between. If you are new here, welcome. But where in the world have you been? Where have you been? Why is this your first time of watching? Anyways, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe on your way out, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Drop your comment and make sure you also share this video with your loved ones, because obviously it will be so selfish of you to finish watching this video and after getting one or two things you decide to keep it to yourself. Make sure you share it with your friends. And most importantly guys, I'm the convener of Openup on Instagram. Check the page out on Instagram. It's Openup_. I'll put that on the screen now for you to see. Check it out on Instagram. And just in case you are going through anything and you feel you need someone to talk to, be it your relationship, your personal life, just anything, and you want to talk to someone about it, trust me, I'm available for you. Talk to me, I listen, and of course I also give you my opinion. So guys, I'll put everything you need to know about reaching me personally, and just in case you want to talk to me, I'll put everything in the description box down below. Make sure you check it out so you don't get to miss any opportunity to talk to me. So guys, without wasting too much of our time, let's jump right into the video. This is 2020. I think I should say a happy new year once again. Happy new year. We'll say this happy new year till January ends. So yes, get used to hearing it from me. Happy new year once again. This is 2020, and apparently there are a lot of ladies. I think it's more of the ladies this time around, that want to get married this year. We've been saying this vision 2020, I must get married, this is my year, this is that, and the moment we enter January 1st, that pressure is already, we've mounted that pressure on ourselves. Before you decide to get married to that brother, there are a lot of things that I feel like you should put into place. And if you are letting this pressure of 2020, if you are mounting this pressure of 2020, if you are mounting it on yourself, obviously you will even forget about the important things that you need to look at. And to get married is not a problem. To stay married is the real deal. Getting married is not a problem. That wedding is not really the problem. The marriage itself is where the problem lies. So just to avoid any problem, I feel the need to discuss these things with you, things that you must have put in place before you finally decide to walk down the aisle, uncles and aunties. So guys, the first thing I need to talk to you about is trust. To me, in a relationship, dating relationship, I feel like communication is the bedrock of that relationship and blah blah blah. But when it comes to marriage, I feel like trust is the bedrock. If you don't trust that brother enough or that sister enough, please do not prioritize yourself into getting married. If peradventure you still have your doubts about the person, maybe there is something that this person is always telling you, but you're still skeptical about it and you feel like, oh, this person might be lying, then please do not get married. Obviously, there is no way you're going to trust another human being 100%. I know that quite all right. I carried out a research. I used 15 ladies. Yes, I carried out the research, and I found out that the 15 ladies, they don't trust their men, like not 100%. It's not if they don't trust them, but it is not really 100% because they feel like we are humans, and that's true. We are humans. Human beings are dynamic in nature. They can just change anytime and all that. But even irrespective of that, I feel like whoever you want to spend the rest of your life with, there should be this level of trust. Even if it's not going to be 100%, your 100% should probably be with God. Like one lady once said, she said, the only person I trust 100% is my God, which of course I agree with you. But even if it's not going to be 100%, make it close, like 95%. In fact, 98%. If you do not trust the brother enough, please do not settle down with them, because when marriage will start bringing its own palaver and everything, that little trust you have for the brother might not be able to save the marriage. So that is why you have to be with someone you trust. Don't just rush into it. Don't say, okay, this is 2020, I have to do this, and ignore the fact that you don't trust them. That is number one. The second thing I'm going to be talking to you guys is plan. Dating is different from marriage. Dating is a whole marriage is a whole new thing on its own. That word marriage is entirely different from dating. Of course, Marriage is like is even the continuation of your relationship. That is your dating relationship. But then again, it is still different in the sense that when you people are married, and the Bible will say two have come together to become one. So when you guys are coming together to become one, your plans also has to align. Your plan has to align with that of the brother or the sister that you are coming together to become one. Are you getting that? I hope I'm not confusing you here. You know, your plan, you guys have to basically have the same plan. It's not necessarily like, oh, you guys have to earn same amount of money, or have the same vacation, like where you want to vacate. But then again, 90% of your plan has to align with that of the person you are settling down with. Because obviously, if your plan is not aligning with the person, and you are just rushing it because it's 2020, and obviously you have your vision 2020, on the long run it will become a problem. When husband starts saying, okay, this is how I want to do my things, and you are saying this is how you want to do your things, there will be no agreement. And the moment you guys are no longer having that agreement and mushiness in your marriage, trust me, that marriage will crumble. The third thing I'm going to be talking about is finances. In everything we do, guys, we need money. We need finances. See, just in case maybe your parents are going to finance the wedding, you have siblings, you have sponsors that have told you that, just do it, man. I got the money. I'll sponsor your wedding, 2 weeks to your wedding. People are just dashing you money. Just to remember that these people will not keep giving you money the moment you're married. They would not. They will definitely stop, because they will feel like now you have to be responsible for yourself. And of course, the way you're getting money from your parents when you were still single, you cannot be getting it like that again. And they will be like, and your husband's house now, your husband should provide for you. So just in case your man or your boyfriend, your fiancé, your whatever is not that financially stable, please do not put that pressure of marriage on yourself. Don't rush into anything this 2020 and say, okay, this is my vision 2020. I've always wanted to do it. There is no late comer in marriage. Trust me. Nobody is going to pick late comer. Forget whatever the family might be saying, or maybe you've told your friends about it, they're already prepared, and now your man is not that buoyant, and even you don't really have the dough. You don't have the dough. You don't have what it takes to get married. Don't let anything force you into that. Don't go and use shame. Shop shit. Don't use shame to shop shit. So guys, the fourth thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about is attraction. As much as it is important to be led into a relationship by God, which I will still talk about, you also have to be attracted to the person physically. A pastor, I listened to a pastor a very long time ago, and he said if the Lord is going to lead you into a relationship, He would not lead you into a relationship with someone that you're not attracted to. Fine, the person might not really have all the curves where you want it to be, but there will be something else to complement that attraction, not just the inner beauty this time around. We're talking about the outer beauty. Attraction is very important. Before you finally decide to settle down with that brother or that sister this year, make sure you're attracted enough to the person. Fine, I know pretty well that there is this law of wear and tear, especially for ladies after a few years. But even at the moment, if the woman is not really, if she's not really the kind of person you want, maybe you're not that attracted to her physically, when the law of wear and tear starts happening, what will now happen? You will finally dislike her. Or maybe the brother is not really the kind of brother you want. When the law of wear and tear now comes, what will happen? It will become worse. So please, before you decide to get married this year, or maybe whenever you want to get married, make sure you are attracted to the person. This is not just about being spiritual, though. Because I'm very sure a couple of people will say, what if my God's chosen does not have all the curves? I'm not talking about curves. I'm just basically saying you have to be attracted to the person. As a matter of fact, a man fall in love through his eyes, right? At least you must have seen the lady for you to finally say, oh, this is it, wow, this babe. So at least there is something catching your eyes, and as a woman to fall in love through your ears, because it is as a result of what you listen to from the brother. But even what you were listening, when you were listening to the brother, when the brother was asking, you must also see something that has attracted you. Okay, maybe his sense of dressing, for instance, or maybe stature. It could be anything. Please do not joke with that part of attraction. Don't come and be funny spirit coco. Okay, it doesn't matter to me, this is my God's will. If the person you are seeing is not, you are not attracted to the person, pray about it. God will give you someone else that that will befit you. Trust me, our God is not a wicked God. That will not give you something that you truly want. He will give you something that you want. Like I said earlier, you might not really get 100%. Okay, like I was talking to a lady few months ago, and she was telling me about her husband, how she always wanted someone that is extraordinarily tall, because she's a tall lady. And as God would have it, she met her husband, and her husband wasn't as tall as she is. But just because she saw other things that were complementing that height, she had to do what? She had to settle for the brother. Because of course, the height is part of the things that do attract her to men. But when the man actually had some other things that, you know, that was complementing that height that she didn't really see aside, it wasn't as if the guy was that short, like short. You get what I'm trying to say? So please make sure you're attracted to the brother before you finally decide to get married. Don't mount that pressure on yourself this year. I know our ladies are very hot, you know, hot 2020 last song. We must auntie, take it easy. There is no late comer. There is no late comer. So guys, the next thing I'll be talking to you about is trust in the Lord. If the person you want to settle down with does not put his trust in the Lord, is not a man of faith, maybe I should have said a righteous, no, should I use the word righteous man? Basically, if the person is not spiritually inclined, yes, let me use that word. If the person is not spiritually inclined, then please don't pressure yourself to get married to that person. See, there are a lot of things that will happen in marriages, and of course the physical whatever cannot be enough to pull you guys through it. You need that person that is spiritually sound. It is not necessary for you to get married to a pastor, of course, but you don't have to be a pastor to be spiritually sound. Like me, I'm spiritually sound. And I'm not a pastor. All jokes apart, you know, you don't really have to get someone that is a pastor, that sleeps in church, that is always this, but at least just get someone that has that connection with God. Because if you get someone that has the fear of God in him, when you guys eventually get married, you know, the person will be guided. You know, the fact that the person fear God, there are things that the person will not be able to do to you, you know, thinking, oh no, this is not the will of God. If the person really fear God, he would not want to go against the will of God in your marriage. So please get someone that truly fear God, that understands God, that puts his trust in God. That being said, guys, the next thing I feel I should also talk to you about is, do not settle for that brother or sister if she is not independent. Independent in this sense is not just the financial independence alone. You know, independence in the whole aspects of the person's life. You know, there are some people that they cannot take decisions on their own. They have to consult their parents, you know, consult their friends before taking decisions that pertain to you guys. Oh, is that the kind of person you want to get married? A mommy's boy, you know, a daddy's girl, you know, people like, please avoid them. Do not pressurize yourself into getting married, and you know, you feel like you already know that your partner, the person you are currently dating, is a mommy's boy, is not independent in his decision, you know. And just because you've mounted that pressure on yourself, like, oh, this year is my year of marriage, my this, my that, you decide to overlook that part of him and saying, okay, oh, it is just part of his flaws. You know, no human being is perfect. Yes, we know no one is perfect, but then again, if that is your own partner's flaw, hey, please, the person is not ready for marriage. You need someone that's independent in decision making. You cannot, you know, the Bible said, and the husband is the head, right? You know, when the head cannot single-handedly think and do some things on its own, it will affect you as a family. You know, the man is, the husband is the head of the family, right? So just imagine when your head is not independent. You know, when your head cannot do some things on its own, your head will always need to consult your hand first, consult your leg first. That will bring up a problem for you. You know, there are some certain things that, okay, let's say you want to turn your head, for instance, maybe you want to look backwards, and you basically have to use your hands to do that. You know, your head is not independent. Are you getting that kind of explanation I'm trying to give? You know, you need someone that will be independent in their decision making. That is a very, very important thing. If you are dating him now and you know he's not independent, and just because you've mounted that pressure on yourself, like, oh, this year is my year of marriage, it will change. Auntie, uncle, this person might not change. And you know, on the long run, they will not come with this phrase of, oh, you knew I was like that before you decided to get married to me. You don't want your case to be like that. So please take note of these things that I've talked about. But to now conclude it all, guys, let's talk about work. Do not date someone that is jobless. Let's just put it out like that, plain blank. Don't date someone that is jobless. Yes, do not marry someone that is jobless. As a matter of fact, when you look at the Bible, when God created Adam, Adam had something he was doing. If you're not a Christian, I'm very sorry about that. But in our Bible here, when God created Adam, Adam was the first man God created. When God created him, God gave him work. God told him to look over the animals, the everything that he had created before he created him. So that is to say, Adam had something he was doing. Before God now said, okay, now that he has something he's doing, let me now get him a supporter. So basically, auntie, follow what the Lord has written. Follow what our forefathers in the Bible did. Do not settle for someone that does not have something he's doing. See, this is no longer a relationship. Relationship is different from marriage. It is still in your relationship that you can still try to, it will definitely get better. He will get a job, he will do this. But marriage, what if he doesn't get a job in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? You will get tired of the marriage. That's it that you rush into. That your vision 2020 will now scatter. You would not want I'm very sure you would not want your vision 2020 to scatter. If you don't want it, please, auntie, take these things into consideration. Do not settle for someone that does not have what work that he's doing. Yes, you want to suffer yourself and suffer the person, because on the long run, okay, maybe you as a woman, for instance, you feel like, okay, I should be able to support my man. Remember, you are a supporter. When supporter now start doing everything, marriage don dey crumble dey go, but una no go know. When supporter start doing everything, you start getting tired, you start regretting, oh, why did I even enter this? Now he's not even doing anything. That is when you start seeing everything wrong in what he's doing. So please, to avoid stories that touches the heart, make sure that man that you're mounting pressure on vision 2020, make sure he's working. That man has money, because as a matter of fact, he has to take care of the family, to take care of it. Even if you are going to support, make sure he has something he is doing. Do not even go against God's will, because when God gave Eve to Adam had something he was what? He was doing. So guys, if you enjoyed what I've been saying so far, make sure you drop a comment, and if there is any other thing you feel want us to put into consideration before getting married, obviously it's not just for this year, but just before getting married, basically, make sure you drop the comment down below. And just in case you are too shy, you don't want to, you don't want people to see that you are talking, you want it to be so personal, send it to my Instagram. The name is Openup _ reach me on Instagram, and we get to talk rub minds together. Thank you so much for watching it, and do not forget, guys, I post my videos every Saturdays. Make sure you stay tuned. Come back here again next week Saturday. You see another banger from me. Thank you so much for watching. Before we go, I have something very important to tell you. This should be a secret between you and I. Do you know that I actually sprayed perf when I wanted to start this video? I sprayed perf. Ask me why. I thought I was going out. Like, I thought you guys would be watching me like one-on-one. Thank you. Come back next time. Bye.